Hey guys, welcome to this episode of The Rachel Cruze Show. And I am so excited to have one of my friends on with me because, let me just tell you guys before I introduce her, I was on The Ramsey Show and I mentioned how I went to Chick-fil-A, it was $42, and how I could, make like 4 meals for that amount of money and feed my family 4 different nights for that one purchase, even though I'm not mad at Chick-fil-A, but it's just the idea like, oh my gosh, it's costing so much. The craziness that came out of the woodworks of how I'm like an insane person for even suggesting that you can feed a family, really inexpensively with groceries. People just went on and on. So I've done multiple posts about this because I was like, people, you need to know the truth. So to help me on this truth bandwagon, if you will, is Christine Ashby, and she is a frugal, fit mom. So she is on with me today to talk about this. So hi, Christine. Good to see you.
Hey, Rachel. Glad to be back on the show again.
I know. It's so fun. Okay. So we were actually just together in person, and now we're connecting again just a few days later. So just debunk the whole myth again that you can eat at home inexpensively for your family, cook. It can be healthy. It can be all the things.
Yeah, it absolutely can. I think the problem, Rachel, is that people aren't used to shopping in a certain way and cooking at home. I really think those are the problems. They've never actually done it, so they're not aware of the possibilities. When I talk to my friends, I hear things like we go out to eat 5-6 nights a week. I grab the frozen lasagna, the bag of salad, the ice cream sandwiches, and even a meal at home is costing upwards of $30. And so they've never tried to implement the tips that I try and share on my YouTube channel or the recipes that I share on my recipe website. I guess it's a blog, to teach people how to feed their families on less. It is possible.
It is. Okay. So when you're meal planning and you're thinking, because you have 6 in your family, I have 5 in mine. So when you're meal planning or you're going down the grocery aisle, like what are the top couple of things that you're looking for and that you're thinking through so that you can save money and feed your family?
So there's a couple of things. The first one is I'm always looking for sales and markdown items that can be stored for later.
Okay.
So for example, last week at Fred Meyer, it's a Kroger store. They're all across the United States. They had ground beef for $2.88 a pound. Not even gross ground beef, like 93% lean, awesome ground beef, $2.88 a pound. That's unheard of these days, right? You can't get that at Walmart. You're not getting that at Costco. That's when you stock up. You buy like 20 pounds of ground beef and it goes in the freezer. So now you have protein to build meals off of for the next month.
Mm.
So I do a lot of shopping like that. Like, what can I pick up right now at a major, major discount and then feed my family later? And it makes my grocery budget next week and next month very low.
Yes. Okay. So do you then build your meals around what is on sale? Or do you say like, gosh, we're kind of craving Italian, so we're going to do that? Or is it both?
Yeah, it's totally both. Like, I just saw some hot Italian sausage, since you bring up Italian.
Yeah.
It was on sale for 98 cents for the package. It was like a manager special. And I was like, yoink, I will pick that right up and put it in the freezer for when I have that Italian hankering, right?
Yes, yes. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so people do say in order to save money is to cut out the meat and just go vegetarian. It makes, your budget that much less expensive and your grocery shopping, less expensive. So is there a way to obviously do that, but then is there a way that you can also still eat meat and still save on groceries?
For sure. I think people really like to cut out the meat because they're used to paying maybe $6 a pound for ground beef, or maybe they think steak's the only way or shrimp is the only way, or maybe they're even buying their chicken breast from Costco, which is one of the most expensive places to buy chicken breast, by the way.
Christine, shoot. That's what I do, and I put them in the freezer. Okay, where should I buy my chicken?
I usually go to a smaller store like Fred Meyer. I mentioned that one. I think they're in Nashville. You guys have Kroger.
Yep.
That's the same store. And you just wait for it to go on sale and you buy it there. Like when I go to Costco, it's almost $4 a pound. I don't want to pay $4 a pound. I want to pay $1.50 a pound, which I have seen here in 2023 recently.
Okay. So good to know to look at it. Okay, what are things that people need to completely avoid when it comes to like buying stuff in order to save money?
There's 2 things that you need to totally avoid. And most people hate the first one. They really hate it. And it's to stop buying the, I'm going to say junk food convenience items. That's going to be your chip aisle, cookies, your Oreos, soda, Gatorade, Capri Suns, ice cream.
Yes.
Right? Like people hate it when I say that, but you don't actually need it. It's a lot of calories, but not super filling. So you can eat a lot of them and then you just want more. And they're very expensive.
Chips are so expensive. So that's my downfall. I can skip the Oreos and all that. Sweets is not my thing. Mine is salt. Yeah, so chips for me, I'm like, oh yeah, give me the barbecue twisted Frito ones. I'll take like the baked Lay's. Like, I mean, I can just stock up on chips. But the bags of chips, Christine, now, I mean, it's like $7, some of them, for a bag of chips. And I'm like, what is happening? So the snacks and the chips and all of that, they are so expensive. And in a health way, like what you're saying, frugal, fit mom, you guys, remember, frugal, fit, is that they're not healthy. So there's like the healthy side, that's really the nutritious side is what you're talking about as well.
Yeah, specifically about the chips, yes, $5 to $7 for what, 1 pound of fried, mostly grease with a little bit of salt. I don't even know that there's much potato in there anymore.
No.
but you can get like a 5 pound bag of potatoes for less than $5. Rachel, do you have an air fryer?
No, I don't. And I've thought about getting one. Is it worth it? I need to invest in one.
I love my air fryer.
Do?
You put those potatoes in there, salt them up, baby. You're going to get way more nutrition, way more volume for way less money.
Okay. That's what we got to do, y'all.
Okay, so number 2 is marketers are really, really good at what they do. And so they put labels on the packages to sell you something that some of the time, a lot of the time, isn't actually true. So if you see like protein pasta, do you ever look at the nutrition label to see how much protein is in it versus the regular? It's not that much more. It's like 1 gram of protein more. But they're like protein pasta, and we fall for it. And I don't know if you knew this. I live in a place with a lot of cows, like ranchers and things. Talk to a lot of farmers. You know the grass-fed label on all the beef?
Yeah.
Guess what? All cows are grass-fed.
Uh-huh.
They're all grass-fed. It doesn't mean anything. The one you're looking for is grass-finished. Yeah, so they just put random labels on there that don't mean anything so they can charge you more money.
And we pay for it because we think we're being healthy and being wise and all the things. Okay, so I said earlier on the show, but people got so mad at me that I said I could feed my family 4 nights for $41. To the point, Christine, that I went through and made my own list. And I did. And I went to like Kroger.com and I was like, I'm going to just get some rough prices. And mine weren't like these extravagant meals by any means, but it was tacos, it was spaghetti, it was homemade pizza. Like it was things that are like pretty simple, but that my kids will eat, that we'll eat, and that we're not going out for dinner and we're not paying for restaurants, which granted we did. Like last night we went out to eat as a family. Like I'm not against not going out to eat. But if you have to save money and be wise with it, you can do that and it's less expensive at home. So am I crazy, Christine, or do you find the same results when you're feeding your family? Because I feel like you can, right? Back me up here.
Yeah, I totally can. I did the same thing, Rachel. I was like, okay, well, what do our go-to meals? Like I came up with 5. Chili's a go-to. I'm from the South. I'm from Texas. Chili is just a standard in my house. There's this chicken and rice, roget. So my grandpa called it. It's just a casserole with chicken and rice and, Uncle Tony's, the Cajun seasoning, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Any kind of stir fry is excellent. You mentioned tacos. Taco salad is a super popular one in my house. And then if you want to go meat free, we have like this delicious like pureed garlic white bean soup that's like Italian. Oh my gosh. It's mind blowing. It's on my website. And I did 4 of those. And on Walmart for like a Walmart pickup, it was $40.80. And that's not even shopping around. Like I'm looking at some of the prices thinking, oh, I could get this rice cheaper at Dollar Tree. If I had picked up this chicken at this other store, it would have been half. That was just one store, easy peasy.
And that's for 6
less
people.
Than $41. For 6.
So 24 meals, technically, like if it's a meal a person for $41. So have at it, internet. See?
Have at it, easy.
See? You can do it. Okay, so as everyone's seeing, it is possible. Like all these ingredients, you guys, you can do this on a budget, which is just amazing. You can save money at the store. Okay, so Christine, what are a couple of things that people, when they're shopping week to week, things just to look for, just to save money?
There's a couple of things. Number 1 is to look for in-season items instead of out-of-season items. We're not going to buy strawberries in December. They don't taste very good and they're very expensive. But if you have to have that item, let's move into your frozen food section.
Okay.
Because they are going to be cheaper frozen out of season than they are fresh. And they're probably going to taste a lot better.
Yes.
Number 2 is to replace proteins in your dishes with less expensive options. So for example, maybe you'll do chicken breast at $2 a pound versus steak at $10 a pound. Perhaps you're going to do pork loin at $1.99 a pound. I just saw that price instead of shrimp at $8.99 a pound.
It's amazing how much the protein can vary in that way. So even just switching that up, that will just save you so much.
Exactly. Just switching the proteins makes a huge difference. Another one is your digital coupons. If you are not utilizing digital coupons, it's not about the paper anymore, my friends. Get on that app on your phone and add those. I keep saying the Kroger store, but I know it's one of the best ones out there, but there's others. There's Albertsons. Even my tiny little local store has digital coupons. And they give amazing sales. And I always keep my eyes open for those. And I will hammer this one home all day long. Avoid all that junk food and maybe consider making some homemade substitutions for the junk food. They're going to be cheaper. They're going to fill you up for longer. And honestly, once you cut it out for about a week, your kids won't even notice anymore.
Yeah, they don't even know. I know. It's so difficult because I'm like, when they get in this habit of snacking, it's terrible in one way because I'm like, you spend so much money doing that, and then they don't eat dinner. I'm like, it's 5:00 and they've had Nutri-Grain bars, and I'm like, oh my gosh, people, what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, all the way around, it's better. That's so good, so helpful.
If I told you that the only thing that we drank in my house was water, would that just throw you for a loop?
No, because is that the truth?
That's the truth. We drink water. People think that's crazy.
People think that's crazy. Like because people have like what, sodas and juice boxes and beer and like all the things. And it's like
all the things.
Just go water. And that will save the money there. A lot. Okay, so as we kind of close up, Christine, what are a couple of things that you're like, okay, if you're trying to save money for people, because you went on the whole Ramsey baby step journey, you guys paid off your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, y'all have done all of it, which is incredible. So a lot of people are cutting back because they're trying to throw as much money as they can to get out of debt. So what are a couple of tips, just high level, that someone can leave this video knowing, okay, here are some things to do to save money when it comes to food and groceries, because this is such a hot topic right now?
I think the number one thing is you have to have some basic cooking skills.
Oh,
if you are so uncomfortable in the kitchen that you go in there and you feel stress and anxiety just trying to feed your family, and it's not a point of joy in your day, you're probably going to take the easy way out, and the easy way is more expensive. So that can be really, really scary with people who have never had that experience or maybe didn't have parents that taught them, which is what I try and do on my YouTube channel, is coach basic cooking skills to make food that is simple, cheap, semi-healthy, we do the best we can, and fun, like easy, approachable cooking tips.
So good. Oh, I love it, you guys. So, Christine, thanks for all the work that you do, because it helps so many people in this area. It's such a hot topic area because people, like you said, they're stressed. There's a million different things out there, and it's like even trying to navigate it is so difficult. So having a voice like you out there that gives a direct path is so helpful. So you guys make sure to check out everything Frugal Fit Mom is doing, and they can check out your blog, your YouTube channel. What else?
I'm on YouTube mostly at Frugal Fit Mom. I do have some digital cookbooks. If they're interested in that for like super family friendly tested things, they're on my website, frugalfitmom.com. I'm on Instagram sometimes. I took some pictures of me and Rachel, Frugal Fit Mom 6 on Instagram. That's about it.
I love it. So great, Christine. Thanks so much for being on. And you guys, remember, you can do this. You can shop on a budget, be healthy, eat at home, save some money, especially if you're in a season where money's really tight. It does not have to be a stress point for you. And she is a great example of that. So remember to take control of your money and create a life you love.